Just give a second for people to come through. Hello, welcome to everyone who's joining now. I'll just give another minute for people to jump on. Okay, let's kick off. So, hi everybody, welcome to this webinar. This is organized to share with you the results of ENIL's Youth Leadership Program. So ENIL is the European Network on Independent Living. We're an organization based in Brussels, advocating for independent living at European level. And we also have members that we work with, so people can join individually or in organizations. And they're doing a lot of amazing work at national level. And the Youth Leadership Program is a way for us to have young activists who have disabilities and who are already doing advocacy at national level to experience what it's like with some of these member organizations in different countries to get a switch. So we have our four YLP participants for this year. Mariam, Boyana, Anano, and then Ivana, who couldn't join in person today, but who has who has given us a video to just share a little bit about her time. Um, so we are going to, yeah, just share a little bit about the program. We've called this for the webinar From My Country to Yours. So I've invited the participants to speak a bit about their time. They did 1 week in a different country and can reflect a little on the experience, differences from the access and facilities in their own country, what they learned, and personal reflections as well, because it's also a nice experience to go somewhere else and see some of the culture and the place. So we're going to start with Bojana, and I'll show our just show our this is our participants. So yeah, very welcome. And first off is going to be Bojana talking about her time in Brussels with the European Disability Forum. So that's okay. Over to you. Yes, we can see you. Yeah. 1 second. Okay, so Ellen is going to interpret in the chat. But Ellen, we needed to go not just to host and panelists, but to everybody in the chat. Or I can, one second, we always have these technical issues. Ellen, have we lost you? Ah, okay, perfect. Okay, thank you, everybody. As you can see that every Zoom meeting comes with some technical issue that we have to solve, but we learn for the next time. So I'm going to read out what Ellen's typing. I think it's just gone to our panelists so that everyone's able to see. So Bojana has said, my name is Bojana. I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I work in the information center in my association called Lotus, and I am there a third year student in economics. And I'm in the youth leadership program and also in EDF, the European Disability Forum. My experience there was very important. It affects my daily, everyday life. And the same with my work with disability. I'm happy to see that EDF has collaborated with my association. Sorry, there was some drilling happening in my apartment, so I had to take a break not to destroy your ears. So, um, this experience has additional value as it opens up space for further development. Speaking about the collaboration between EDF and Lotus, Boyana's association. During the visit, I took part in important activities, including meetings and discussions with EDF's team, like presentations on human rights and conferences. She also got to see different experiences from deaf professionals and activists, and I was happy to meet them in real, happy to meet them in person, and they inspired me. I could see differences between Belgium and my home country, Bosnia and Herzegovina. At home, there's a lack of stability in the laws for people with disabilities. But many people still depend on projects, temporary solutions, and personal coping strategies. In Belgium, there's much more attention to the issue. As a deaf person, accessible communication is essential for me. In daily life, I rely on lip reading, speech to text applications, and the support of a personal assistant. For my life in Bosnia and Herzegovina, I faced a lot of challenges. In Belgium, they have much more improved access on how to communicate. I'm also happy to see EDF's meaningful work on women's rights, particularly women with disabilities, not only as recipients of support, but as active participants, leaders, and agents of change. This is particularly important to me because in my country, women with disabilities often remain invisible and face multiple forms of discrimination. So in Bosnia, we have strong activism and many dedicated people working under difficult conditions here. But what is missing is systemic solutions, stable support, and long-term policies to enable sustainable change. In my time in Brussels, I saw activism not only about speaking out, but acting strategically, how it was built, and how it looks like at government level. It was also a chance to be present when decisions were made. So thank you in addition to um, ENIL for the financial aid to make it possible to visit Brussels. When I saw the mail, I was very happy, and for the financial support so that my PA, Melissa, could go with me. Thank you a lot to you all. Thank you so much, Bayana. Really, it was such a pleasure to have you. And it was very nice because Boyana and Anano were in Brussels. That Antonella and I also had a chance to go for a tea with them one evening. So yeah, thank you for your time and your enthusiasm. And Boyana said thank you for your wonderful patience while I'm signing and our interpreter is typing. Thank you also to Ellen. So next up we have Ivana's story. And she, as I said, is not able to be with us today. So she has sent a video in advance, which we're going to hopefully be able to share now. Ivana has provided subtitles as well, and she'll be signing her video message. So, okay, can we see the video? Thumbs up. Great. Really nice. So Ivana is actually taking an exam at the moment, so we can send her our best wishes and hopefully it goes well. And if anybody wants to learn more about Ivana's NGO, you can use your phone camera to go into these QR codes. There are links to Instagram with information about World of Silence. Great. So next up, we have Anano speaking about her experience also in Brussels. And she has prepared slides, so you can just tell me when you want to move to the next slide and I'll move along. So take it away.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Anano from Georgia, and today I'm going to share my experience as a youth leadership programs participant in Brussels. When I think about my week in Brussels, the main idea I want people to remember is that no matter where you come from, there is a much bigger world beyond your local reality, full of knowledge, perspectives, and opportunities. At the same time, programs like Youth Leadership Program are a privilege. Somehow we were chosen, and I think that comes with a responsibility. It is not only about a personal growth, but about bringing what we learn back to our homes, sharing experiences, knowledge, and confidence with people who could not travel or did not have the same chance. For me, this program was very much about collective empowerment. Next slide, please. Thank you. My hosting organization was at the European Disability Forum, and meeting them was one of the highlights of my journey. I remember feeling nervous before the first meeting, but all my anxiety disappeared as soon as I arrived at their office at Mundo Mado. And the environment was very warm, welcoming, and respectful. Everyone here was very nice, friendly. They made me feel so comfortable. I asked questions and I could freely express my thoughts. This atmosphere made me feel not only included but valued. During my time with EDF, I attended a meeting related to the report Rights Delayed, air travel for passengers with disabilities. This topic was especially meaningful to me because it was only my second time traveling abroad as a person with a disability. Many aspects of travel are still new and uncertain for me. So, seeing how personal experiences are transformed into structured research and policy advocacy made me helped me understand how disability rights work in practice, not just in theory. Coming from Georgia, one of the biggest differences I noticed was the approach to independent living. Next slide. So, in Belgium and at the EU level, independent living is clearly understood as a human right issue. It is about choice, control, and access to support. This understanding is visible in advocacy legislation and the way organizations like EDF work. Well, in Georgia, awareness is growing, but independent living is still sometimes misunderstood or seen as something unrealistic. There is legislation and progress is being made, but access to information is often limited and hard to find. This creates a very big gap from real life experience to rights on paper. At the same time, I want to highlight that Georgia also has some strengths. There is a strong disability community. Youth engagement is growing, and more young activists are ready to speak up and demand change. Well, what can be improved is that we can make information more accessible, you involve disabled people in decision making and recognizing disabled people not just as beneficiaries, but as experts of their own lives. Next slide. So, one thing that truly inspired me during this week was how much confidence I gained in such a short time. Navigating a new city independently, using public transport, communicating in another language, and solving everyday challenges are not things you can learn theoretically. These are real life skills that build confidence and independence. Programs like Youth Leadership Program are powerful because they combine this learning with lived experience. And these moments are truly irreplaceable. This experience also strengthened my understanding of activism. Next slide. I see myself as a beginner disability activist, and my priority is to keep expanding my knowledge more as I can and participating programs, webinars, and etc. And at the same time, I want to combine activism with my professional background. I'm a digital designer. I have studied UX UI design and I'm currently learning graphic design. My specific focus is accessible and inclusive design. I want to create digital products that work for everyone and support digital inclusion in a practical way. In this context, I would like to add that I'm working on a personal project. Um, it's currently in a developing mode. It's an informational website in Georgian for people with spinal muscular atrophy, their families, and medical professionals. There is very little accessible information about this rare condition in Georgian, and my goal is to fill this gap. And programs like Youth Leadership Program gave me not only the motivation but connections. So I plan to reach out to EDF member organizations and connect with them to strengthen this project. So it truly serves the community. So, lastly, I want to um, say to future youth leadership participants. Um, so, my advice is easiest thing and also hardest thing to do. Express yourselves as much as you can. Step out of your comfort zone, catch every moment, every opportunity. Do not overthink. Trust your feelings and let them guide you. And At the end, appreciate the journey. Be proud that you were part of this great, meaningful experience and continue to empower others. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anana. That's really great to hear about your project. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, it feels amazing to see those connections being formed that EDF members might be able to work or collaborate with you and add value to your project. So best of luck, and I'm sure everyone in ENIL would be excited to hear as well. Yeah, I think when you have something that you want to share, our national members would also be interested. So yeah, thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So next up, we have Mariami. Over to you to tell us about your time in Stockholm in Sweden.
Hello, once again. I am Mariam from Georgia, as well as Anano, and I'm happy that two girls from Georgia actually were engaged in this leadership program. I'm proud of it. Well, the very like two things that I really quickly learned in Sweden is that well, it is like independent living can truly work in practice. And second thing that I learned is that no matter how many sweaters you bring, it's still very cold in Stockholm in December. So, my slide, please. Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, I was in Sweden and I spent 1 week in Stockholm and I had my internship in National Association of Yoga. The York is the like you see on the picture the written in the pink on the building. So this is the National Association of Yoga, and this organization works across Sweden to promote independent living and personal assistance service, and they are mostly uh, working out on self-determination, and they are mostly working with people with severe and multiple disabilities. And I want to share what I only learned, but what really stayed with me from this experience. So, next slide, please. Well, yes. Like during my internship, I had face-to-face meetings with different departments of YOG, and we discussed about the full structure of this organization, how different teams are cooperating, and how their work is delivered in practice, and mostly what I like is that they have this personalized structure and user-led decision-making processes, and it was like honor for me to see how this organization designs and implements its project. And one of the like keystone and it was that really stood out me that was that like how meaningful participation and inclusive movement inclusive employment of persons with disabilities are integrated into the organization's everyday work. Next slide, please. Well, also I had the chance to attend Swedish Forum for Human Rights 2025, and actually, this attending to this conference really helped me to connect what I observed in the organization on the daily basis, like with the broader human rights discussions. And one thing that is really crucial and important to highlight is that when we are talking about disability rights, we should talk about it like or not as a separate topic, but we should talk about in a sense of like broader human rights issues. So it is important to not only focus on disability rights separately, but with the sense of the whole human rights. And this conference was a good example of this because these like issues were perfectly highlighted. And next slide, please. Well, one of the most powerful things during my internship was meeting with the YOKS Daily Activity Center, and yeah, all of the pictures you see is made by persons with disabilities themselves, like artwork and family trees, etc. But before I start talking about their daily activity centers, I want to highlight one thing. Well, in Georgia, in other like many countries, support services are often centered around the day centers where people with different types of disabilities spend entire day in one shared space. And in the most cases, these settings do not provide like sufficient and individualized user-led support. And there is no opportunity for self-determination. And unfortunately, this model is very widespread in a lot of countries, and this is actually very a big issue. And also it promotes sorry, institu institutionalization. But yeah, what I observed in York Center like was fundamentally different because these daily activity centers are not designed to simply like occupy and spend time there. It has purpose to spend time and with this time everything is or related to promote self-determination and to promote independent living and to be meaningfully engaged in all of their processes. Like for me, it was shocking to see how people who is wheelchair user, who has also intellectual disabilities and has this communication difficulties, is engaged in all processes equally with others. And the family tree you see here, and also entire exhibition here on the pink wall you see, and this poster related to actually human rights are made by people with severe disabilities with the help of their personal assistants. So I think that it is the thing that we should, like all of us should um, learn from this experience. Next slide, please. Well, yes, one of the greatest things that I do during my internship was visit to still Stockholm's Independent Living Center, and it was like a really big change because I learned from their experience, but I also shared my own work and challenges in Georgia. I forgot to mention in the beginning of my presentation that I am chair of Ozurgeti Independent Living Center, and my everyday work is related to like promotion of independent living and supporting of independent living. So it was a good experience to see how how still is working in Sweden, and it really reminded me that independent living is a global movement, and it's just shaped by a local context, by driven by the same values. Next slide. Yeah, about key takeaways. Well, my key takeaways from this experience is that no matter what type of disability a person has, it can be like still actively engaged and participate equally and express their experience and abilities. And when the right support structures are placed. And in York Association, I see like a practical implementation of UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and particularly the right to independent living and self-determination. That I think that it is the most crucial part of our work. And I can say that this experience will directly strengthen my everyday work in disability advocacy, and I will use this knowledge to continue promoting user-led rights-based systems that support dignity, autonomy, and high quality of life for persons with disabilities in my home country. And I just wanted to say that regarding during the face-to-face meeting that I had with York York department representatives, they shared me a lot of resources and a lot of knowledge about how they do what they do. So for me, as a person who is also engaged in promoting and supporting independent living in my region, it was very much important to learn certain tools and mechanisms. How can my work be more user-led and to be more effective for all of us. And actually, Anana mentioned about her project about SMA, and I have the same disease, and one of the like uh, a very important thing that I did in Stockholm actually was that in still I met a girl who actually has SMA, and she will be engaged, and she will be helping and supporting us in this amazing work that Anna now is doing. So I'm really, really happy to had this opportunity to be the part of this program. And next slide, I should show you something on the next slide. Well, it was like I really would like to finish with a small but very meaningful thing. Like at the end of my internship, I received a gift actually, and it's gingerbread mold, and one of them was a wheelchair mold, and for me, like this, really symbolizes what I experienced in Sweden, that disability is not hidden or pitied or excluded, but it's a very part of everyday life. And I think like it is very much, it is very much important for all of us to yeah, think about this, and we all should have one mold kind of this in our homes. So thank you very much once again for giving me this opportunity to be participant of this program, and I'll do my best to share this experience in my region, in my country, and to do our our best, so to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to hear of your experiences, and as you mentioned, you and Anano now connecting further and yeah, creating these collaborations, which I think is yeah, really what we hope for from this. So excited to see what comes out of that. And your cookie making, feel free to share a photo if you ever make the cookie using your new mold. That would be very cool to see.
I will definitely cook and send you pictures.
Good. Maybe over the
Every
Yeah.
holidays.
year, every year I bake these ginger cookies, and I really need this shape. So
Yeah. You should somehow
I
figure
need
out
to
the
borrow it.
yeah.
I have to get you to Sweden now.
Mhm.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Um, so I think we have a couple of minutes now for some questions. I actually had one starting off for Boyana. I know when, I hope you can hear me. Sorry, the drilling next door is of course happening when we have a webinar. But anyway, we adapt. Um, but yeah, for Boyana, I know when Ivana was planning to come to Bosnia, um, there was discussions on how to have help with interpretation. And because she was coming to your organization, you offered to help her with communication. And I was just interested how that went, how you were able to connect and share about your work. So again, I'll read from the chat. Bayana says, thank you for the question. I want to mention that we don't have a lot of deaf people here in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Ivana came here. I was very happy because she was an international deaf person. So Ivana has her NGO World of Silence, and Boyana works with Lotus. So they discussed the differences. And it was very interesting to learn about how Ukraine works versus there in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Thanks, Antonella. Mm. So here in Bosnia, there's very little access for deaf people, and they have to read, lit, and speak. But in Ukraine, there are interpreter services, and this was surprising. I was so surprised. I don't know what to tell more because of time pressure. That's fair. No, thank you for sharing. It's yeah, I think it's interesting to bring your different experiences together and learn from each other what we can improve in yeah, in kind of international best practices. Yes, who wants to mention one more? Yes. I want to mention 2 or 3 years ago, ENIL was engaged in Crip Camp. There was full access. That was beautiful. But I would like to say that ENIL and EDF should also think of full access for deaf people. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Definitely something for us to take into future planning for more events that we do for full access and yeah, within our team as well. I think that's important. Um, we've gone a little over on time. I just had one uh, question. Well, I wanted to ask Mariam, I know you spoke about this idea of activism through art. And just I found that really interesting mentioning this. Is this something that you think you would like to bring forwards yourself through kind of creating in some way, or did you feel inspired to make things? Oh, well, your cookies, but maybe beyond that.
Well, yes, it was actually very much interesting for me. How, like, when, for example, in Sweden, recently it's like government has this restriction that they are planning to restrict to families to be legal supporters of persons with disabilities. Uh, yeah, your organization actually works on this issue, and they want to advocate for this to for and family members should still have the chance to be legal supporters of their family members who are persons with disabilities. So they are doing it in a way that um, they are engaging persons with severe disabilities in this educating process, and they are, for example, creating family trees by themselves with the engagement of personal assistants, of course. And this still gives chance to persons with disabilities to express their ideas regarding this issue and to be engaged in this whole advocacy campaign. So it is really something that I want to implement here in Georgia because mostly we like all of the all kinds of persons with disabilities are not really engaged in advocacy campaigns because we somehow think that it is only about who can speak loudly and who can express the ideas verbally, but I see very like perfectly that it is not about only the speaking and saying. It's about expression and self-determination, and yeah, I think it is good experience and good practice, and I'll try to share this experience to do the same in my country because everyone should be engaged in process equally. This
Mm,
is the key. Real.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think also, yeah, historically that art has also been a way of protesting because, yeah, often the biggest activism is just really showing your true self, showing your joy and your pain and yeah, everything that's going on with you. So I think that's a
Yeah.
beautiful idea to continue that within your own country.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you. Hmm. So, a nano final question, and then we let everyone get on their day. I was wondering because obviously you were working in EDF, which is focused on European things, and that Georgia is a candidate country, so attempting to become part of the European Union. Um, I think, do you feel that that it would be good for the EU to really start to offer more assistance to promoting the rights of people with disabilities and to yeah, to start to kind of promote programs that have worked within the EU in Georgia?
Thank you, Kat. Question was if this would be helpful, right? Um,
Yeah, I think because we can see that that there's work that we're doing at EU level, but that yeah, can we also think about expanding it to candidate countries? What would you like to see?
yeah, definitely. Definitely, it would be great and useful not only for Georgia, but yeah, every candidate country. And well, there's very hard situation, political situation right now in Georgia, and every little minimal help would be and support would be essential, would be um, uh, amazing because um, especially people with disabilities, NGOs, DPOs, they have very hard time continuing their work because um, the laws we implement, no, well, government implemented. So yes, help would be essential and useful.
Yeah, this is great. And I think the more, as you say, the work that you're doing at a national level, I think is so important. You're identifying gaps in information and providing that. Of course, we would hope that, the system and the government provides it. But yeah, I think it's really the definition of activism to see those gaps and step in. So yeah, I mean it's fantastic to see. I think all of you talking about what you want to bring back to your country. And yeah, just from my side, I have no doubt we will be seeing um, fantastic things from all of you. So we
Thanks.
come to the end. Just thank you so much, everyone. It was such a pleasure to go through this process with you. Thank you for putting up with several hundred emails from me. Uh, and and to Antonella as well. She was a great support in this. And yeah, I just genuinely I really appreciate you were all so enthusiastic, open, and from every one of the organizations that you went to, we've had great feedback. They were really impressed by the level of how much you dived into everything and how much you were willing to learn and how much you had to teach as well. So yeah, it was very, very successful. So thank you, everybody, and have a good holidays.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Mm.
Thank you so much. And Kat, your help was like, like I don't know, like a water for people because like you did everything amazing. Like location, I emailed you about it, but again, thank you for everything and for organizing everything like as you did.
Of
Thank you.
course, of course. No, it was such a pleasure. Yes, and big thanks. And thank you, Ellen, for interpretation today. And Boyana, I know you had something important in work. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, I appreciate you making the time. And to Ivana as well. Hopefully we'll be in touch again in the future. Okay, in that, I'm going to end the webinar. Have a great holidays, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can type. Yeah.